Hi, great people. How are you doing? I really trust that you are doing great. I'm doing great, and He has kept me. He has really taken care of me. I want to take this opportunity and welcome you to another episode of Rescue Eve, and I am your host, Mary Karogam. If you are new here, welcome to the community that really love visitors. Kindly feel at home, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, and if you haven't subscribed, guys, kindly please do subscribe and join this community. So today, we are going to talk about the lenses, how we see ourselves and how God sees us, because that's really two different things. The fact is that we are so doubtful of ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. We believe we are lesser. We believe we are less. We believe we don't fit the part, and that is how sometimes we function. But today I really feel like charging your spirit a little bit, and if you're really struggling to do something, or you feel like I am lesser, I don't fit the part, or you're looking down on yourself. So today we are going to talk about some various characters in the Bible that were really struggling with themselves, but we see God calling them great names. In our case study, we'll find him in Exodus, my favorite character, Moses. And God called him, told him, I want you to be the leader over the children of Israel because I'm giving you the part of taking them from Egypt and taking them to Israel. And we see a beautiful conversation of God and Moses. In chapter 3 of Exodus, Moses asking him, and what if, as if he has agreed to the call, and what if they ask me who you are, and they're like, yeah, just tell them that I am who I am. And what if they don't believe me? What if they don't believe that you are who I am who I am? What else should I do to convince them that I really met with you, and you told them, and you have given me a message to them that it's time for them to be free. And God shows him signs. And I'm like, hey, Moses, you're so quick to answer this call. You're not even struggling until we enter verse 4. And Moses says, yeah, I got this. I got that you are who I am. And I got that you have shown me so many signs, like appearing in the bush, telling me to drop the stick and it turned into snake. But I know you are aware I'm not a good speaker. And I know you are aware that I am a stammerer. And God was like, what on earth is this? And God is like, you're seeing yourself as a stammerer. You're seeing yourself as a poor speaker. How I see you? I see you as a great leader of Israel. That is what I see you, bro. That is how I see you. And so I'm sending you, and I want you to go, knowing that I am with you, and go and set my kids free. But Moses is like, you know what, God, I am not going to do it. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. I don't know how to speak. I don't know how to speak. And God was like, okay, okay. God has even promised him, I'm going to make you God over these people. But he's like, no, I'm not still doing it, God, because you don't get it. You don't get that I don't know how to speak. But God is like, okay, Sarah. The second case study is Gideon. Gideon was just chilling, and then the angel of the Lord appeared to him and called him a high mighty warrior. And Gideon was like, pardon me? Say what? And the Lord tells him, I want you to go and deliver my people. And Gideon was like, let me remind you, my clan is the weakest. Maybe God, you forgot. My clan is the weakest, and I am the least in my family. I cannot be used. I cannot be a mighty man of Vera. I cannot be a mighty warrior. I am so weak, and I am the least in my family. And God is like, I'm with you. Why are you so afraid? I am with you. So you're going to kill the Midianites. None of them are you leaving. You're going to kill all of them. All of them. All of them. Sometimes God wants us to see ourselves as he sees us, so that when he sent us, we take the part and run with it, knowing that we trust in a Father who never fails. And our third case study is Jeremiah. And we find Jeremiah say God actually telling him, even before he calls him, that hey, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you and I set you apart and appointed you as the prophet over nations. And Jeremiah was like, what? I'm a kid and I don't know how to speak. And God says, I know that. I know you are a kid, but I know you can talk, because I'm going to send you and you're going to every person that I send you to. And secondly, you are going to say exactly what I have told you to say. Sometimes we are waiting on God, He's waiting on us to get it, to get what He has put in us, the strength He has put in us, the power that He has put in us, and also the realization that it's not us, we are just His vessels. And I have never seen anyone that has walked with God and got defeated. What is that one thing that you feel you don't want to do? And which excuse are you giving for not to do it? You feel low? Moses felt so. You feel the least? Gideon felt so. You feel so young? Jeremiah felt so. But God told them, you know what? I'm going to use you because what I have put in you is greater. And I know that you are able. Is it that career? Is it that talent? Is it that calling that God is calling you and you feel that you are so young to be called by God? He said, I got you. Start speaking life. Start speaking what God calls you. Seeing yourself as He's seen you. He did not create a weaker person. He didn't. We all have an inner strength. Let's remove us and put ourselves as vessels to do what God has called us to do. And we will have an easy life. Confidence is within us. If we look at ourselves the way God wants, the way God sees us, what He's calling us, He cannot tell you to do that thing if He hasn't released strength in you. He has released strength that is burning inside of you. Is that just that you are concentrating on the weak points a lot and you're missing out? You're missing out the strength that is in you, in Him, the power that is in you, in Him. You have a teacher, you have a comforter, you have a person who is walking with you hand on hand. So you should not be afraid. For He says, I am with you. Do not be afraid. The only words that I repeated 365 times. So that means every do not be afraid for a day in a whole year to keep you going. I love you so much, and I would want you to be fulfilled and be that person that God wants you. It's time to take off the lenses of defeat, and it's time to stand tall. It's time to know, to say that we are victors in Him, because we know He got us. We know He got this. It's time to look at ourselves as He sees us. It's time to believe in ourselves. It's time to believe that we got this. We are conquerors in Him. We are mighty warriors. We are mighty in Him. He does not see any defeat. He does not see any weaknesses in me. So I refuse to see weaknesses in me. I refuse to doubt myself. I refuse to look down on myself. It doesn't matter what I feel inside of me. I choose to see myself as He sees me. I choose to stand and say that I fit the part. And I am not going to be defeated. And I'm not going to lower my guard. and I'm going to focus on the cross, because I know when I focus on the cross, everything else will make sense and I will not be defeated. Who does God say you are? You are his favorite child. Think about this for a minute. You see yourself as a weaker person, as the least in your family, and also the weakest. Your clan is the weakest, but he sees you as a mighty father. That is how he sees us. It's not about how we feel. It's not how about our level of education. It's not about what we got. He sees us differently, and it's time we stand tall and see us as he sees us. We are victors. We are victors. We are victors in him, and we cannot be defeated, and we cannot allow ourselves to let him down. We can't. It's time to show him how you see us. We believe we are those. We're those people who you believe we are. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly share, like, and comment. Thank you so much. Bye bye.